Hello everybody, this is Carol from Friendly Quail. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm doing, no, it's day 9 of 12 days of pockets. So I got 3 different pockets for you today. They aren't related to each other in any way, shape, or form. And so let me get started. One of them is taking a note card and decorating it, and then you do your 3 sides and you have a pocket behind it and you can open it up. And I made actually in a MeWe Take 5 challenge, and I'm not going to go, you can watch how I decorated that if you want by going and looking at that video. But this is the type of thing I did. I took some note cards and I coffee dyed them. This one I put some of the nice plastic, placemats and things in it. And I would, of course, decorate this, and then 3 sides, you got a pocket. This one has the stuff, the lace look on the outside. And this one's a lot darker, and it was done in the oven, so it has marks on both sides. And this one. These are what I make into pockets. Now, if you want just a plain pocket, this is pretty enough to go in your journal, just like this. And then you've got the 3 sides. And you can do that with a lot of different note cards and things. And if you want to decorate them, you can decorate. So that one's pretty just much a simple, this is what you can do thing. The other 2 are a little more complicated. This is one where you make 4 circles, and then you glue the cardstock circle down on a page, and in fact I'll just do that. You make like an X on the back, kind of drew a line so I'd see where it was, and you put a good glue down, and that's placed right into your book like this. And then you take paper. This one's cardstock, or a heavier weight paper. Then you take paper and you fold it, and I'll show you how to do this, in half, and you make these little diamonds. And then those go in, or the little triangles, I guess they are. Those go in like this. And this isn't totally dry in here yet, but you'll have, it looks like this. And of course, again, you can decorate more on here if you want, but these will stick out. So that's one of them that we're doing. Now this one, I opened it up and showed you already. I did the distressing on the inside as well, so you can see where all the little triangles are, but you don't have to show that. This is one that I was making, and it has the triangles like this, again, to show you different ways too. This is ribbon. This was a piece of lace, and this one would look like this once it's in. Okay, and I did the circle, and then these I did distress the outside, but I left the inside plain. Oh, I got a little glue on it. Okay, I left the inside plain, so I didn't distress in here. So you can do it either way, and that is what it would look like. So let's get started on that one, and I'll show you how to do it. I'm going to move this out of the way. Okay. Here's one that I had partially done. I cut a circle, and I use an old CD to cut the circle. But this was one that I had cut one out of, and I can use it to get a placement of what I want on the front. So I'm going to use it like right here. So I want the flowers. I'll put my CD down, and you can just draw around. Sorry for my reach. You can draw around it, and that way I could see what is going to be there. And I'm just going to kind of cut this out roughly. I think these are pretty just kind of the way they are if you have pretty paper. But if it's plainer, like if this one's a circle, it's not quite as distinctive with the design, then you could put some decorating on it. I also cut circles of scrapbook paper. So I found a scrapbook paper that I thought would look okay with this, and I made the circles. This one's I did do the insides, and this is like a corner thing from a scrapbook. Like they had 4 of them, so you could put it around a picture, but I'm using that. Move this out of the way. I'm using that because this will be what sticks out, and that's your pull tab to get that out. So I always have something on there. So this one will look like this when it's in the book. I would distress this as well, but that's how you do that. So now I'm going to make one totally from scratch. And what I do is I pick a cardstock. This is a cardstock type of paper. And then I go for just the thinner paper, and I'll look what do I want to use for the circles. So I'll look for something, you know, it's like, okay, that would work. It's not too bad. This would work. It's got that same colors in like those roses. And here, this one would work. And it's got the same colors as the roses. And it might be easier to cut just the writing out of it. So I would, if I decide, okay, I'm going to use this one. But there's lots of options of how you could do this. Okay, so I'm going to use my CD. And cut it out. And this one's going to be my center part. I'm looking for the line. I'm going to put it where I can see it easier. Here we go. All right. So this is the cardstock, or the heavier weight paper. It's still scrapbook paper. I thought this would be pretty in a nature journal, floral journal. I do some of those every year. So that'll be my center. Done with that paper. It's okay if it has something on it, but that design isn't really very stand-outish. Draw around, and this one's going to get a little of this green on. That's okay. It's more than just one little scribble, so it looks like it's supposed to be there. And then you go ahead and you cut those out. Actually, I'm going to do one to show you how to do it. And I'll go back in and finish the rest later. But this is the steps that you take. 1 cardstock, 4 paper, thinner, so that when you fold them up, they don't get too bulky. All right. Okay. Now you can decorate your circles any way you want. I'm just going to put these aside. But I would, I like to distress. So I would distress this one on the outside. And because this is kind of an all-over design, I probably would put something on it, you know, maybe a snippet or something like that. But even if you want to leave it plain, I think it still looks good. And I would do this one around the edges on both sides, because you're going to see this side as well. Okay. And then I'll show you how to fold it. Okay. So I'm going to fold this in half. Now I need to fold it in thirds. So you're going to take this and fold it up like that. So I'm just taking part of it. And before I push this tight, I will take the other side up and make sure that it's pretty much even. You can see it from the top maybe. Here's my other piece in there. And then once I know it's folded, well, then I'll go ahead and burnish the folds. And when I open it up, now I'm going to distress each one of those folds. And if you want to do it on the inside, you do the same thing in reverse. I'm going to take this and now I'm going to fold it on that line so I can distress those edges. There we go. Inking, inking, inking. Then on this side. So I would do this with all 4. And like I said, if you want to do it on the inside, you just take this and reverse it. And you distress on the inside as well. And then there's only one thing that you need to do after you're finished with this. And that is you have to put something on to, that where it sticks out, kind of keeps it from getting lost in it, and easy to pull something to get it out. So, let's see here. So I'm going to be putting something only on the top right here. So this is sort of like the middle. Now what I did is I got a few ideas out so you can audition them. You can look, what would this look like? What would it look like? This is that a piece of lace that I had on the other one. You would glue it on just kind of like like this. And then this part sticks out. And if I put it in like this, that's how that one would look. I'm losing my voice today. And it basically, if that's on there and you press it in, that's as far as it goes. This is another type of lace. This one I would probably put in on the back and leave the heart stick out. And that would look like that. You could put a piece of ribbon. This is like a grosgrain ribbon. And if I do ribbon, I put glue on each end, and then I bend it and I put it over the edge like this. And if I had that one, it would look like this. Let me just set this here for a minute. So you can kind of get an idea of what that would look like. This is a piece of seam binding lace. And I would do the same thing with that. I would put it and have that stick out. And I actually I could use any of these, I think. I think they're all fine with this color. But let me use this, and that way I can show you how to put it on. I'm going to put it on this one right here. And because this is lace, it's fabric, I'm going to put some glue here and put that on. Using the Fabri-Tac because it is fabric. And then on this side I'll put a little bit right in here. I've had a lot of good feedback about this pocket from people who have bought my journals. Everybody likes these because you have 6 spots, and I can't fold it up now because it's not dry, but you have 6 spots that sticks out like this. Fold it up, of course. Not 6, 4 of these circles, and you can either write in each of the 6 spots, or you could just write over the whole thing. That might make a decision of whether you just stress it in the middle or not. But this'll just stick out here, and maybe you could put something else on there, a little bling, or something like that, depending what you decide to put on here to decorate. You might bring that onto here as well. So that is that pocket. So it's pretty simple, and you just keep making the circles, and works pretty well. Okay, the third one is also pretty simple. Put this glue cap back on here. That's a knitting needle cover. Get rid of this and bring this stuff up. Okay. Now these, put my ink. These are made with a punch, and this is a 3-inch. This happens to be a scallop punch. I'll show you how I use that. But you could use just a circle punch, and this is made from a smaller punch. And I put a little piece in there that you could write on, but you can also, if you leave this part up instead of folding it down, you've got a little pocket. So I'll show you how to do both. One thing I do with these, they pop open like this. So I usually cut some pieces of paper and put them inside of here. So you've got like a little note thing. You could use Post-its. It's all, this size is like the perfect size for Post-its. So when you fold it, what you're gonna, I'll make one for you, but you're going to overlap them so that when you do it like this, you close it up like you would a box cover. And then you also could put along the bottom and one side and have it tuck, or you could use it for a narrow tag and do it on the 3 sides. So you could do both. This one is one I was doing because I hadn't done any for quite a while, and I was trying to remember how to do them. So I got all the kinks out, guys. So you can do that. This is another one just like that. And now this one, I just didn't fold it down, but I'm going to show you how you can keep this the same as that material if you want to. So I'll show you kind of what the parts are. This is a 3-inch square. So what you're going to do is punch your circles, fold them in half, and then you're going to glue them on one at a time. So I'll start here and I'll open it up, and this is the part I'm going to put the glue on. Getting my glue. All right. This is the back that I'm gluing onto. So get your thing even with the edges of your square, whatever size punch you have. Now this one, I'm going to overlap that for putting it on. And I'm going to do my gluing here. You can distress these before you put them on or after, or don't distress them at all. All right, and then I'm going to put another one on here. And if I was doing one of the square ones that open up, you make sure this one is on top of that, this is on top of that, and then the last one would go on top of this, and then you flip it under this first one. So let's get this one on. And I'm going to show you this one a little bit different, and then I'll just make one from scratch so you can see what I did. Okay. I did it on the wrong side. Yeah. Not good, Carol. You want it on the back. Now, you see where the mistakes can be made. That's why I did that. I'm supposed to be gluing on the back because I don't want this, and I'll pop it up till it dries. There's a little bit of glue still on there, but in this case, I might bend in the 2 sides and then bend the bottom up, and then glue this one on like this. So I'm kind of bringing it down to the middle on the back here, and I'm going to glue it on this side. So now that will stick up like this. And since I have a little glue on there, but this side looks really good, I think what I would do is glue that down there. down there. Make sure you get some right under in the middle here. Now when you make these, you do have like a little bit of a gap right in the middle. And so, you know, if I had this to fold down, you can see kind of like a little bit of a gap in the middle here. This is what I'm talking. It's just a tiny hole. You can make these with a regular circle punch. I got mine out so I could show you without the scallop. And now I can't find my circle punch. The big one, the 3-inch one. I took it out and it's lost. It's in here somewhere. So now this one here, you could stick something inside of that pocket, a journal card or something. No, it doesn't necessarily wouldn't be the one I'd put in there, but you can see how that becomes a pocket. You know, or fold it down like I did the other one, and it becomes a pocket by gluing it in 3 sides, or a tuck so you can put something bigger in there. So that's the third one. Okay, let's just get my punch out here, and I'm gonna make one out of this green, and I need 4 of them. Did it go up? Yeah, it did. It was sticking yesterday. I haven't used it for a while. And I'm going to stick one more here. And now I have to cut a 3-inch square. Like this way. Okay. Turn this around so that I can cut this off at 3 inches. And where is it here? Okay. Cut yourself a square. I do it down on this side. You might not be able to see it very well. So now I have 4 3-inch scallops and 1 3-inch square, and this is where you take your scallops and fold them in half. Fold all 4 if you're going to close it up. Fold only 3 if you want to make it like I just did the other one, this one, so that it's a pocket where that sticks up behind. See how simple these are? You can mass make these in no time at all. You can do all your punching and cutting, and then you can just fold another time, and then you can distress if you want distress on. I thought this color would either go in a nature type journal or a Christmas journal, because it's kind of that Christmassy green. So, and just remember to only glue on the back, like I forgot. Stick one on. Same thing I did before. I'm going to glue it. This one's white on the back, so none of the... Sometimes they have another color, like this had is white on the back too, isn't it? Sometimes I cut it out of 2-sided. So this one's going to overlap that. Hope I'm on. Yeah, I guess you can see that. Just double checking. Got it far back enough that you can do that. Get your third one on. Now on the back, the fourth one is not overlapping one and under the other. You only do that on the front. So you're just going to lay that on the fourth side. Put your glue on. And glue it onto the back. And on the front, now you overlap like bink, bink, and then close it up like that. Isn't that easy? Easy, fun little pocket, or like I said, sometimes I put paper inside of here. And now you can distress if you want. So it's just going like this. Around the scallops. Do it all four. And then I'm going to do it on this side. Like that. Even when I do Christmas ones, a lot of times I kind of do vintagey look Christmas. So I distress. And then you also can turn this down and distress here. Do the whole side. If you want to put decoration on, you certainly could do so. Whoops. Put one in, put the next flap, and then down and pop it underneath that first one. And there you go. So there's another type of pocket. So you can make your circle ones, you can make these, or you can just take a note card and make one like that. And you've got 3 completely different kinds of pockets. And you get to use some of your scrapbook paper. So, thanks for being with me today. I hope you'll try some of these and let me know how they go. And I will see you for day 10. We're going to be up to day 10. All right? So, thanks for being here. Subscribe if you're not, and I appreciate everybody. And this is Carol from Friendly Quill saying bye.